Got pets or kids that leave dirty marks on the walls? They're not that hard to clean, even in a hallway. I'm Lisa from Active Domestics, and I'm going to show you how. Now, before I do any wall cleaning, I'm going to get these rugs out of the way. And before I do that, I'm going to give them a really thorough vacuum clean so that when I'm putting them back, I'm not introducing any dirt back into the area. So you'll see that I do go over the rugs multiple times in order to really get as much dirt up as possible. Next step is I want to get these rugs out of the way. Now you'll note that the preparation of the cleaning job often takes as long as the cleaning job itself. Cleaning these walls is going to be quick and easy, you will see. And it'll be quick and easy because we've done all this prep work first. And of course, if you're going to do the job, you may as well do it properly and to the best of your cleaning ability. Now I looked up and there I saw all these cobwebs. Now I totally should have been using the soft brush attachment on the end of that vacuum cleaner stick, but on my particular vacuum cleaner, it is not detachable from the handle, the actual soft brush attachment. And I lost the connector to be able to use one of my other ones. I did paint these walls, however, and so I am always very careful with how I treat my walls and my ceilings. Always good to vacuum the fire alarms. Now, before putting my bucket down on the wooden floors, I'm actually putting it on a bath mat there because that bucket has got warm to hot water in it with a dash of detergent. And I do not want any white rings on my wooden floors caused by the hot water. And so folks, this is where the magic starts to happen. So here I've got my flat mop and you can see how quick and easy it is to clean these walls. This is the Veleda Flip Flat Mop. I bought it from Bunnings and in Australia it cost me about $30, so that would be about American $15, roughly speaking. Now, it makes the job so much quicker because it's got an extendable handle. This is a narrow hallway. I've got to be really, really careful that I don't bang into the walls. And in order to prevent myself from doing that, I always keep one hand at the end of that pole. That is one of the secret tips to using these flat mops in any kind of tight space or in a bathroom like that has glass doors. Now you can see I take that microfiber head off and dip it into the bucket of warm water and give it a good agitation to get the dirt out, and then I roll it in order to squeeze the excess water out of it and then get back into business. I am often adjusting the handle in order to make it safer in order for me to actually clean different segments. But as you get into it, you can kind of get more effective and quicker with it. I am, of course, very experienced with using a flat mop. I have got many videos about using a flat mop, and this is absolutely my favorite one because it's got that double-sided head that you can just flip it over and keep on cleaning. I've actually got multiple heads for this particular mop, and that means that when I've really gotten into the job, I can actually change the head over if it has gotten too dirty. Now we've just had a bathroom renovation in the bathroom that is just where I've ducked into, and that means all the builders had to walk down this hallway throughout the whole month of the build. And it, of course, got very dusty down here. So I am giving things a particularly thorough clean. Firstly, I pretty much wiped over everything just with the warm water and the detergent and the flat mop. The microfiber head is very effective, but I then on the second go around, sprayed a little bit of spray and wipe in some of those high impact areas, just so that I could be a little extra thorough in getting rid of a few things. Now, I don't have dogs and I don't have young children, but I have sons that bring in bikes and various parts and car parts, but mostly lots of bikes and things with wheels, and you'd be so surprised how many marks that we end up with on our walls. But this does get a lot of them off, and you can see how quick and easy it is to do. As I said, it does take a bit of practice to use these flat mops, and you've always got to think about your safety when you're using things like that by clearing the area. And once you do all that prep work, like painting, the cleaning part then actually becomes very quick. Now, there was a little bit in front of that sliding door area that I realized I hadn't gone over, and I knew it would be dirty. And yes, indeed it was. Of course, there's a light in the hallway that goes down the stairs, so there's always a lot more insects and insect marks as well. Now, I am not young anymore, but you can see how quick and easy I am able to do this job. And I really do hope that I'm going to be inspiring you to get a flat mop if you don't already have one, because they are so useful in so many different cleaning jobs. In fact, I've got a whole playlist of ideas of places that you can use cleaning a flat mop. Because anywhere you can't reach, you can reach with a flat mop, and then you don't have to use ladders. Now, I decided whilst I was at it, I would actually clean the ceiling as well. Now, watch me do this. I'm sure you're going to be impressed. No ladders, and I just re-wet that microfiber head. I actually had spilt a little bit there, so I mopped it up with the mop and then kept on going. Now, I have just cleaned this long hallway ceiling and gotten rid of all that dust, and then gone round to all those little architrave type bits right down the edges as well. So I'm pretty sure you'll agree that is pretty impressive. Now, after cleaning all the walls and the ceilings like that, I've then finished the job by giving everything a really thorough vacuum and then a thorough mop. Now, I've got this pledge for cleaning wooden floors, and I actually do like the smell of that stuff. And yeah, I've just given everything a really thorough mop. And I did go over things multiple times when I did this, because I really want to make sure I get every bit of dirt. And of course, that's all part of protecting these beautiful wooden floors. I don't want dirt underneath the mat, and because that would rub and possibly cause scratches. So I actually gave it a thorough mop and then really allowed it to dry really well before putting the mats back into place. The whole job took me about half an hour, even with moving cameras around, things like that. There's my husband. And finish off, of course, after those floors are completely dry by putting those nice clean rugs back into place. Those rugs were such a great investment. I'm so glad I bought them because they look so beautiful. They really protect the floors so well, and totally happy job well done. Thank you so much for watching.